All right, we are ready to rock and roll. So last week on the call that I listened to, it was just something super simple. And actually, I think it was Ashley Feldison who was number 9 this year had talked about, and she was just like, basically, what do the top coaches do? And we might think it's some kind of secret tool or working a crazy amount of hours, having a large amount of followers, but that's really not the case. The coaches that are at the top, it's because they really just stop caring what other people think. I know it sounds like super simple and kind of bitchy in a way, but it's totally not. It's because, they found that thing that just fuels them, their job, their passion, and your neighbor, your sister, your coworker, they don't get to tell you what you can obtain. You get to decide what your passions are. And the other step that she basically said was that you dream the big dream. So when you're thinking about your goals and your future, there's just a few things that I found myself thinking about too, and a few things that you can think about as you're tweaking your goals. So first is, what made you want to be a coach and what made you start on your journey? So for me, I had to go back because I lost sight of the things that made me actually join. And that was a free group and the community. So now I'm going to try every month to run that free group. And I already have a few planned out. So I'll be emailing you guys probably next week. I'm on the wrong month. I'm looking at September. Next week with my marketing plan and what the free group is going to be about. And also we'll be running it in the app and on Facebook, because with some of us, if we want to actually grow our following more on Instagram and find our niche there, a lot of those people don't have Facebook, so having both will be fine. It's super easy to just copy and paste things as you're setting them up. And from that free group is where I was like, this is the part that I've been missing, the community, the people that are doing those things and showing up every day that make me want to show up. So that's why I've kind of incorporated that. Another thing that you can think about is something that you've gained from your community, from the journey, or if there was one thing that you'd just like one person to feel how you felt, what is that one thing? So for me, it's the sense of not settling, not just going through the motions of even just my 9-to-5 job, feeling like this is all I'm going to be stuck doing, not settling in that, well, this is my life now, and I just have to go to work. There's other opportunities out there. There's other things out there. Don't settle for not feeling fulfilled. And finding your confidence and value as a woman, especially if you're in a male-dominated field. And that's definitely the one thing that I'm passionate about. So just feeling like you can do the same thing that a man can do, even if you don't have the degree, if you don't have the knowledge, everything is figure outable. So last thing is to think about is what building the business would mean for you. If you had no limitations, if the sky was the limit, what does it mean for you? And so for me, it was debt-free, schedule freedom, maternity leave income, and establishing a healthy lifestyle to ward off diseases. With a family history of heart conditions, cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure, I don't want those things. I want to be healthy for my So now I'm going to kind of switch gears and talk about goals a little bit. So I want to touch base on goals because I feel like so many times it's easy to get caught up in the flashy big things or what everyone else is doing, but I don't want to discredit even the smallest goals and what they can mean for you. So we could spend time talking about making our goals fluffy or all of those things, but I honestly don't care about the SMART goals style. Like, I don't need to like go through all the steps. I just need to like find out what I care about and what makes me excited and get butterflies. And that's what I want you guys to kind of do. So for me, what kind of sparked all this is I had this vision while sitting at Summit and just hearing the speakers and in on our trainings and things like that. And I was like, I have this vision that I want to host a team retreat. So I got back from Indy. I even like screenshotted and printed, and I will show you because I put it to my vision board, a lake house. And I pinned it on my vision board, and then I just let it sit there for a couple weeks because I was like, well, that maybe that's too big. Like maybe that's not something I should do. And I was holding my own self back from making it happen. And thank goodness, Ronnie Jo, I don't even know how she said it one day, but she was talking about basically the same thing, like holding herself back and like what she wants to do and what she sees. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so funny you said that because I have this picture that I printed out after Indy and now it's just sitting there and I like didn't think it would be possible. So that's kind of how the retreat happened. There's that. And then also my goal is to pay off my consumer debt by Summit of next year. So July of next year, along with paying for gas every week, groceries every week, and getting my nails done, which they're about to. So I kept thinking how it was selfish. I sounded, in wanting to pay for those things. I thought like I should be grateful for what I have because I already have so much more than other people do. But then I had to get real with myself. And if you haven't heard Grant Cardone, like he fires me up about this topic and kind of in a way act like my husband. Like, I don't know if you guys have husbands that are like that, but they're like what does what this person does have to do with me? You know, like not trying to be mean, but like what do the starving kids in Africa have to do with my life right now? Like, yes, we can help them, but we shouldn't feel bad for having more because we worked hard and we keep working hard. And we just have to think about what the things that we want can do to change our lives, start our families or, I know you're already kind of past that, but like whatever you see, like, do you want to travel with Doug or whatever you want to do? And we shouldn't worry about the levels that others are at. So it's kind of like our fitness journeys. Your day 1 and my day 673 are completely different. Like we can't compare those two. So those countries, those people, they're at just a different level than us. We can want to build our business so big that we can give, $100,000 to a charity. That's great. But we shouldn't let it just limit and dampen what we want. So the first step for those like big, scary goals, meant my day-to-day activity was number 1. Like, what do I need to do every day to make that debt-free happen in 12 months? And then how much do I need to hold a team retreat? So those are the 2 things. I figured out the actual numbers, like what it means. So for me, that means $500 a week is what I need to be debt-free completely in a year, pay for the gas, pay for groceries, and pay for pampering myself. And I also need the 1-star bonus, which is right around $1,200 to make their treat happen. So every time I sit down and don't want to do the work, I'm going to have to think about swiping my debit card and not think about how much money is in that bank account. Thinking about sharing the community with all of you, sharing the travel perks and the time freedom that we deserve. So if you have your goals, we can discuss them, like how we can hash out a game plan of action steps. And we can do that after this recording if you wanted to. If not, if you don't have those goals, like even just a little bit in your head, take the rest of this week and think about the small things here and there that would make you feel like you're doing something or that you feel would be successful to you. So if it's paying for your products, that's okay. Like $100 a month. Okay, let's figure out a plan of action to make that $100 a month happen. Is it buying food weekly? How much is your food bill now? Do you have a budget for it? Figuring out, like going back in your checkbook and seeing how much you've spent, seeing your receipts. Is it gas money? Same thing, like how much you usually spend every week. Is it one more day a month that you'd want to be home with your kids instead of having to go to work? Is it pampering yourself? Is it going on vacation? Is it just having a girl thing? Like Harry has a fire department, he has football, he's always doing all of those things. I didn't really have anything that was for me. Is it building your dream home? Whatever it is, spend some time, get some screenshots in your phone, print some pictures, just daydream a little bit of how you envision your life in 1, 3, 5, 10 years. No limiting beliefs. I just want you to feel confident that you can make it happen. Because if you become so focused and so obsessed with these things, it will change your life. So with that, I'm going to kind of leave it there. Because that's just how I just finished a chapter in Grant Cardone's book, and it was left right there. So we'll see what happens tomorrow when I listen to it some more. But let me stop here. Can't work technology again.